It's really easy to end up with messy curves in Illustrator. So in this video, we're going to look at the quick fix that pros use, and this helps us to keep our curves clean and editable. So you can see here I have a letter A. Oh, love this font. It's a bit odd down here. So we are going to just select this first of all and switch to a stylistic alternate within that font set. This is a more traditional serif A. Very good. Now, first of all, we've got to convert this to outlines. So it's now a shape and no longer editable. And what I'm going to do is zoom in and then with the direct selection tool, select this area here. Now we're going to go into outline mode with Command or Control Y, hit delete. We can then reconnect these by selecting the endpoints, Command or Control J, and we're just going to close those gaps. Lovely. Now we need to go and grab the arc tool. It's hiding under here. Click and drag holding Shift. And well, we don't have any color at the minute. That's no good, is it, Dan? So let's go and give it a color. Chunk up the stroke weight, rotate this round holding Shift. And what I'm going to do is match the weight of the stroke to the bottom of this little foot here, this little serif. So we have some consistency, and I'm going to line this up here. Now, immediately you can see that we don't have a nice smooth graduation from the letter into this curve. So a really clever way to fix this is to press R for the rotate tool, click on this point here, and we're just going to rotate this up. And you can see it rotates around this anchor point, and then all we've got to do is just zoom in and just nudge it over so it lines up. And I want to extend this out here a bit further, but again, we don't want to go and do that because it's just going to potentially mess up the positioning. What you can do is press S for the scale tool, click on this point here, and then click and drag holding Shift. And what it's going to do is just scale from that point. Now this tool, as you can see, is a little bit twitchy. Use it carefully. There we go. So we've got a nice smooth curve and it connects to the A. What we're going to do now is select this here, go to stroke, and then round the cap off. This is very important for the next step because what we're going to do is we're going to add a drop to this. So it's going to be like a little blob on the, well, quite literally a droplet on the end of the letter. So to do this, we need to go and grab the width tool. And first, I think I'm going to chunk up this side. Now we don't want to click and drag and do it like this. We want to hold Alt or Option and click and drag from one side. So we can adjust the width on just one side. So you can see it tapers off perfectly now. So we're not manually drawing this and having the width kind of be very inconsistent. It just gets thicker here and then goes thinner there. Now we've got to do a little bit of trickery over here now. We have to make this bigger, which looks a bit weird, but then we're going to go over here just a little bit in from the end and we're going to grab it and we're going to pinch it. So we're going to click and drag, but we're going to go really tight with it. Now you can see it does create this fan shape on the end. But if we go back over here, we can now adjust this. As I adjust this, I'll make it a bit bigger and smaller. There you go. You can see it's now got this ball on the end. So you might need to play around with this a bit. Again, that's not really what we want. We kind of want this side to be flat here. But with the width tool, what we can do is we can hold Alt or Option and click and drag. And you can see we can bend this in. So we'll flatten this out here. And again, holding Alt or Option, we can click and drag and we can make this bigger here. Now we don't want to go too big. Let's be reasonable here, Dan. And we've now got a nice lovely drop and the stroke is still editable. So if we did go and change that stroke weight, let's thicken it up or whatever, you can see that everything scales together. But we do have some problems. This curve here is not very nice. It's very, very steep, very aggressive. And we end up with this flat bit here where it sort of flattens out and then you end up with just a flat line. And I'd like that to curve a little bit more. So what we're going to do here is keep an editable copy of this just in case things go wrong. So let's just go Object, Expand Appearance, grab the pencil tool, double click this. I'm going to crank my smoothness up because I'm using a trackpad. This is much easier with a pen display or graphics tablet, but make sure that you have Edit Selected Paths checked. This is very important. And then what we can do now is with this shape selected, we can very carefully just try and draw over this and redraw this path. Now you can see I'm doing it with a trackpad. My hand is very unsteady and even that turned out okay. Now we've also got this smooth tool over here. And what I'm going to do is try and smooth out this flatter bit here. A little brushy over there. And you can see what it does is it does start to smooth things out, or we can switch back to the pencil tool with N on the keyboard. And then maybe I'll just have this deliberately coming in a little bit closer, but I want to keep this lovely rounded bottom that I've got here. We could even redraw this maybe so it kind of comes in a bit more aggressively and then balloons out to the side. So we really are kind of sculpting this. But you can see the problem. We now have lots of winky wonky curves, and to go with that, we have lots of geometry. So if I want to try and edit this, you can see there's just too much geometry for me to edit the overarching curves. So what we've got to do is we've got to get rid of some of these anchor points. Press P on the keyboard for the pen tool, and we're going to gradually remove these one by one. So we're going to click on these and it will delete them, and it will just reconnect between whatever's left. We'll start with these first. We're not going to go too crazy just yet. So we've just took out like what, 6 or 7 anchor points, and then we're going to use the direct selection tool to go back and adjust these. Now, if I adjust this here, you can see it does try to keep the curve smooth on the other side of this anchor point, which is great. We want that because if we break that, we run the risk of the other half of the curve not being smooth. Now, I've got too many anchor points here. So again, we're going to go back to the pen tool, and I'm going to actually quite aggressively remove a lot of points. I'm going to get rid of this bottom one as well. Now we can hover over this line as well, and we can pull this down so we can fully adjust the curve as well as the anchor points, which is great. Now I've got to fix this one here, but in fact, I'm actually going to remove this point as well. So we're going to go all the way back up to this point over here on the right, and I can stretch that out. Now we can hold Shift as well, so it snaps this Bezier curve to a horizontal line and doesn't go all over the place. And we could even do the same over here, actually. We'll hold Shift so it doesn't bend and go wibbly wobbly. It goes purely vertically. And then we'll maybe do this one here. We can reposition the point if we need to, and I'll drag with Shift. And I'm actually going to get rid of even more points. This is getting a bit wild now. This might be a bit too much, but you can see, because when I adjust one side, it adjusts the other half as well. We're always going to get a nice smooth transition through that anchor point. We'll pull this one up, and then this comes back around. So you could see, just by using the smooth tool, we can get the general shape we want, and then we just have to go in and remove all of the unnecessary anchor points. And honestly, I would keep removing anchor points until you're able to effortlessly edit the shapes and curves. Like you saw how many we had before, I don't even know, 10, 15, 20. And now we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's more than enough for us to be able to easily control and fine tune the curve. So I might think, oh, I'm going to bring this down. I'm just going to pull this across, and it just makes it much easier to sculpt everything. And by reducing the amount of anchor points and fine tuning things like this, it just makes it so much easier to get smooth curves, because it's very hard for me to muck this up. You know, if I move it a bit here or a bit there, as I'm customizing the shape of this drop here, it's automatically smoothing out the other side, which is really helpful. So we've got a pretty beautiful crossbar for this A now. Nice, lovely drop on the end. So one thing I'm going to do is trim off this serif at the top. Now, to do this easily, we don't need to draw any lines. We just need to grab the existing path here. So we're going to use the existing geometry. Command or Control C to copy. Command or Control F to paste in place. Now, you can't see it, but there is actually a line there. So we've just copied that path, and we're going to drag up holding Shift. Select everything, and then we'll grab the Shape Builder tool. And I'm just going to hold Alt or Option and just trim off that last bit. Then we can get rid of the line. I think it's become attached to the letter. So let's just direct selection tool, delete it. Now don't worry that the line's disappeared. We've lost our color. It is still there. We just need to go and choose black again. And if you'd like to learn how to design professionally with Illustrator, my full course is linked below.